Imagine you were born in Texas to a midwife and your family home. And you grow up, you go to school, you play sports, you thinking your whole life, you know what, life is good here in Texas. And you think you're American, right? Come to find out, no, you're not American. You don't even have a birth certificate. You can't even get a passport. You can't even get a social security number. How are you be able to go on in life after that? Hola mi gente, this is Profe Gallo, and thank you for coming back to my channel. For those who are new, I'm Profe Gallo. I am someone who has moved from the United States abroad, first to the Dominican Republic, now living in Mexico, and I am enjoying my life, living my best life outside of the US, and life is good. So in this video, I'm going to hit you with a really serious topic, at least for me. Have you ever heard the phrase, born to a midwife in Texas? You might wonder, why does this even matter when it comes to US citizenship? Now today, you are driving into a specific topic that deals with people born in the state of Texas, particularly those people who are born in homes to midwives. Believe it or not, many of these individuals have been denied U.S. citizenship, and in this video, I will break down why this happens and what you need to know, so stay tuned.
So I left the Matrix!
So we all know that Texas, everything is bigger in Texas. Texas is a state that has an independent spirit, and a lot of folks prefer to have their births or give birth in their homes to midwives instead of going to the hospital, especially back in the day when there were less hospitals available, and Texas is so big, it would take so long to actually get to a hospital. A lot of folks just gave birth in their homes. With that said, midwifery in Texas has been a long tradition in the state, and a lot of people have given birth at home with the help of midwives. But there is something that a lot of people do not realize about the legal status of children born to midwives in their homes. But first, let's back it up. We all know that in the United States, we are a birthright citizenship country. Now, this is protected under the 14th Amendment. Needless to say, this is the foundation of citizenship in the United States, and this goes for all folks born in Texas. The issue is, how can the Texans in Texas prove their birth actually took place in the state of Texas if they were born to midwives and not born in a hospital? That's where it gets complicated. So the issue is, when a child is born to a midwife in their home in the state of Texas, the issue comes with the proper legal registration of that birth. So sometimes the birth certificate is not registered or issued right away. So what happens is, some births are not properly filed. And when this happens, a birth certificate cannot be issued, and therefore that child is not a U.S. citizen. So most of us watching this video, like myself, watching myself in this video, look, we were born in hospitals. So therefore there's a standardized process and getting your birth registered and everything. But when it comes to these midwives in Texas, everything has to be done outside of the standardized process. Some people follow through and get it done. Some people do not follow through, or the paperwork gets lost. Another issue is, sometimes the midwives are not licensed. So if they're licensed, they're really part of the system, so they have their own standardized way of getting those births registered. But oftentimes, the midwives are not licensed. So if that birth is not properly documented, that child will have issues getting a birth certificate, a U.S. passport, a social security number, and even enroll in school. And the reason is because it was not officially documented in a timely or an official manner. So let's back up. Imagine you were born in Texas to a midwife, and your family home. And you grow up, you go to school, you play sports, you think in your whole life, you know what, life is good here in Texas. And you think you're American, right? Come to find out, no, you're not American. You don't even have a birth certificate. You can't even get a passport. You can't even get a social security number. How are you be able to go on in life after that? Well, at this point, you should do one thing: contact an immigration lawyer. That's right, contact an immigration lawyer. I've actually known someone personally in my family that was born in Texas and passed away in their 70s, not being able to get a passport and go on a cruise with the family or even leave the country because of that. And a lot of folks are basically stateless in their own country. Look, I know this topic is very different from a lot of other things I talk about on this channel, but it touches on the issue of immigration. It touches on the issue of being a citizen. And I figured, hey, this is a good topic to bring up on this channel. So I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think about this issue in Texas? Have you ever met anyone in this position in Texas? Leave a comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and I hope I see you back here soon. Peace.